In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for Sunday, July 14th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our July 14th MLB bet slate we got going on for Sunday. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetShetsD. Don't forget about the TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 6.95 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we are well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. As long as you guys continue to like and comment, that helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a broader audience. All right, now for the Patreon, all right, I did not post a video for Saturday. I did post on YouTube to let you guys know I was not going to be able to make a video, but if you wanted the plays for Saturday, you had to sign up for that Patreon. And this was, I had two community parlays, all right. The other one had Dodgers and the Orioles, but the fact that the Dodgers gave up 7 runs in the bottom of the ninth is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, but whatever. It's neither here nor there. We got 1 out of the 2. It wasn't a sweep. Sweeps are coming. We got 1 out of the 2 here. A plus 213 there, depending on your bankroll. This would have been a very fine payout here. Plus 213 with the Guardians and the Cincinnati Reds. So if you want the community parlays, if you want the daily bets, if you want to have access to the chat, if you want to have access to the future bets as well, you sign up right now to that Patreon link provided down below. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. First game up in Oracle Park here. Oriole Park in Camden Yards. Baltimore Orioles 57-38. New York Yankees 58-39. Looking at the current odds right now, we have the Baltimore Orioles slight home favorites minus 120 with the comeback of the Yankees at a plus 100. Total runs set at 9. All right, for that public bet percentage, 85% of the bets coming in on Baltimore. But on the other side here, we got sharps in public with the money here, 63% of the money on the Yankees. So people are split here between bets and money going opposite here. Total runs, 67% of the bets, 64% of the money towards the over 9 runs. People are very wishy-washy here in this one. They're leaning more towards the under in this spot so far, just going by those numbers. Starting pitching matchup here, Carlos Rodon 9-7 with a 4.63 ERA, going up against Dean Kramer 4-5 with a 4.42 ERA. On the side of Carlos Rodon, his road ERA is pretty bad at a 5.02. He's given up a home run per 9 at a 1.92 home run per 9, a 279 batting average, a 1.45 whip, and an xFIP of 4.61 to righties, okay? So those are some concerns here. Orioles are in a very good spot against Carlos Rodon. Same goes for the Yankees. Dean Kramer is absolutely horrible at home in Oriole Park here. 6.58 home ERA, and against the lefty, he's been getting absolutely tattooed. A 4.58 home run per 9, a batting average at 294, a whip at 1.95, and the xFIP is almost 7 at a 6.39. So this is a fantastic spot here. Give me the over 9 runs. That's going to be our top play here. I think both of these teams go back and forth, and I can see a little narrative here. The Yankees haven't won a series in over a month. And now they got the opportunity to sweep the Orioles. A lot of people are going to be expecting the Orioles to get this last game here. I'm going to be on the side of the Yankees. Give me the Yankees plus 100 on that money line and give me the over 9. In Fenway Park here, we have the Boston Red Sox 52-42 going up against the Kansas City Royals 52-44. Looking at the current odds right here, we have the Boston Red Sox minus 135 on the money line with the comeback of the Royals at a plus 110. Total runs set at 9.5. For the public bet percentage, 82% of the bets, 94% of the money all over the Boston Red Sox here. Total runs, 75% of the bets, 77% of that money towards the over 9.5 runs as well for this particular game. Nice little pitching matchup here. Brady Singer, who's been very good this year, 5-5 with a 2.93 ERA. Brian Bello has been super inconsistent. He's 9-5 with a 5.40 ERA here. Brian Bello is the reason why I'm going to be leaning towards the over in this one. He has a home ERA at a 6.53. That's pretty bad. And his numbers against lefties, it's a home run per 9 at a 1.65, a whip at 1.47. The xFIP is at 4.27. Against righties, he's given up a 333 batting average, almost a 2 whip at 1.94, and the BABIP is over 400 at 434. Against the grain, this is a phenomenal spot for the Kansas City Royals. Brady Singer, on the other hand, he's been very good this year. His only issue is going to be against lefties. And looking at those advanced numbers, his home run per 9 against lefties is a 2.61. The average is at a 376 against lefties. The whip is at 227. Oh my God. The BABIP is at 397 and the xFIP is at 5.14. So this one here, love the over. Brian Bello struggles at home. Brady Singer cannot hit lefties. And the reason why I say that is because the Red Sox are going to start 7 lefties. So it's going to be a lefty after lefty after lefty attacking Brady Singer here. Give me the over 9.5, which I love, and give me the Boston Red Sox. They should be rightfully favored here, but this is going to be a highly scored contest, all right? So Red Sox over 9.5. Next up in Tropicana Fields here, we have the Tampa Bay Rays, who are 47-48, going against the Cleveland Guardians, 58-36. Rays, slight home favorites, minus 125, with the comeback of the Guardians at a plus 105. Total runs set at 7.5. For that public bet percentage here, 83% of the bets on the Rays, but the percentage of money here is pretty split. 52% of the money is coming in on the Guardians here. So sharps and public looking at the Guardians at a nice little underdog spot. Total runs, 90% of the bets, 89% of the money towards the over 7.5. This pitching matchup here, Ben Lively, 8-4 with a 3.59 ERA. He's been pretty solid this year, going against Ryan Peepwat. Hope I'm saying that, Ryan. Peepwat? We're going against Ryan, okay? Ryan, 5-5 with a 4.20 ERA. All right, now Ryan is pretty good at home. Low numbers, low average, low whip against both lefties and righties. His little issue is going to be power. He's given up around a very low 1.1, 1.2 home run per 9 to righties. That's the little hiccup he has to worry about against these bats. And the Guardians here, Ben Lively, he's much better at home. Looking at his home ERA, on the road his ERA is at a 4.55, and he's giving up to lefties a 1.46 home run per 9, and against righties a 1.59 home run per 9, a 293 batting average, a whip at 1.54, and the xFIP is pretty high at a 5.36. All right, I'm going to be fading the public here in this spot. Fade the public, fade the sharps coming in on the Guardians here. They got the right guy on the mound with Ryan here. I like the Rays on the money line, minus 125, and I would go with the under 7.5 runs. I expect the Rays to get to Ben Lively, not totally destroy him here, and I expect Ryan to go deep in this game, 5 to 6 innings. Let the bullpen finish the rest here and maintain and control the Guardians. Next up in Citi Field, we have the New York Mets, 49-45, going against the Colorado Rockies, 33-63. For the odds right here, we have the New York Mets as strong home favorites here, minus 205 on that money line, with the comeback of the Colorado Rockies at the plus 170 spot. Total here in this game is an 8.5. For the pitching matchup, we got German Marquez. The first time we're going to be seeing him this year. He's been in Double-A. Okay, and then on the other side, we have the New York Mets. Jose Quintana, 4-5 with a 3.91 ERA, a 1.26 WHIP. Now, talking about German Marquez here, obviously he's been a long-term Colorado Rocky pitcher for a while now, and it's shocking that he wasn't with the major league team here, and he's been in Double A and he's been struggling. If we're looking at his numbers in Double A right now, he's got a 5.39 ERA and a 1.55 home run per nine and a high walk rate. So this does not bode well for him to get his first start against the red hot New York Mets. And when I'm saying red hot, they are on fire right now. They have climbed back into the wild card race here. They're a couple of games behind. All right, so horrible spot for German Marquez. Quintana has been very good this year and has better numbers at home looking at his ERA. The Rockies struggle on the road. They're bottom in the league, scoring runs on the road as well. Quintana has been giving up a very low average and low whip. His only issue is some power to righties with a 1.16 home run per nine. That isn't that crazy here. That's about average when you're looking at it there. I'm going to be going with the New York Mets to keep it hot, go into the All-Star break on this winning streak, and sweep the Colorado Rockies. Give me the Mets on the money line. Give me Mets minus 1.5. And for this here, give me the over 8.5. I think they put up a ton of runs here against the Colorado Rockies, German Marquez, and that bullpen. Next up, we got Great American Small Park here. Cincinnati Reds, 47-49. Going against the Miami Marlins here, 32-63. Looking at the current odds, Cincinnati Reds, minus 185 on that money line. With the comeback of the Marlins at a plus 150. Looking at the total right now, it is set at 9. All right. Public bet percentage, 94% of the bets, 100% of the money all over the Cincinnati Reds in this one. For the total runs, 84% of the bets, 80% of the money towards that over 9. All right. Looking at this pitching matchup, Trevor Rogers, who's been absolutely putrid this year, 1-9 with a 4.82 ERA. Nick Lodolo here, 8-3 with a 3.30 ERA. All right. Trevor Rogers is an absolute gas can, bad against both lefties and righties. His main issue is righties. He's given up a 1.47 home run per nine. He's given up a 290 batting average, a 1.63 whip, and the xFIP is at 5. All these numbers are from his road numbers as well. He's going to be in Great American Small Park here in Cincinnati. Those numbers should be a little bit risen here in this ballpark that is very, very offensive minded here. Nick Lodolo has some raised numbers as well, pitching at home, obviously, because this is in Cincinnati. I told you there's a lot of runs in Cincinnati. He's given up some power to righties. That's his main issue. So Jake Berger, Josh Bell, Brian De La Cruz, all those guys are in very good spots here in Cincinnati to knock out some home runs here. So my favorite play on this one, not choosing a side, I can definitely see the Marlins come up with an upset here. So that plus 1.5 is definitely on the table. Give me the over 9. That's going to be our top play here. Over 9 runs in this one. Between the Reds and the Marlins. If I had to choose one, I would take the plus 1.5 on the Marlins. Next up, in American Family Field, we have the Milwaukee Brewers, 54-42, going against the Washington Nationals, 44-52 here. Looking at the current odds, Brewers home favorites minus 150 with the comeback of the Nationals at a plus 125. Total runs set at 8.5. Okay. For the public bet percentage here, we have 90% of the bets on the Milwaukee side, 94% of the money on the Milwaukee side as well. Total runs, 86% of the bets, 87% of the money towards that over 8.5. Pitching matchup here, interesting one here. Jake Irvin, who's been really good this year for the Washington Nationals, 7-7 with a 3.13 ERA, going up against Colin Rea, who's been phenomenal this year for Milwaukee Brewers, 8-3 with a 3.81 ERA. So very shocking that these two guys have pitched so well in the beginning of the first half of the season. Irvin, like I said, phenomenal this year totally. Great against righties. His issue is going to be lefty hitters. He's given up a 1.75 home run per nine, a 1.33 whip, and an xFIP is at 4.41. He's going to see 4 lefties in this Brewers lineup. So those are going to be the cause of concerns. Christian Yelich and those guys. Terang as well. For Colin Rea, he's been absolutely phenomenal at home. with a 3.76 ERA at home. He's looking to bounce back from his start against the Pirates, and that was at home as well. So that was a little shocking there, what happened to him against the Pirates. 5 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 1 home run. And he's given up power to lefties. So that's going to be his cause of concern. He's given up a homer per 9 at a 2.03 against lefties. He's going to see 5 lefties here in the Nationals offense. So this one here, despite, I think that the pitching does hold down for the entire total. So I'm going to go towards the under 8.5 here. I do think they can give up a couple home runs here and there, but I think the under still hits at an 8.5. The question is who's gonna really get to that bullpen. I'm gonna have to lean with the Milwaukee Brewers here. So Brewers on the money line, but the top play, my favorite play here is gonna be the under 8.5. Next up in Petco Park here, San Diego Padres 50-48 going against the Atlanta Braves 52-42. Looking at the current odds right now, we have road favorite by a substantial margin here, -185. The Atlanta Braves here with the comeback of the Padres at a +150. Total runs at 7.5. 89% of the bets looking at this money line for the public bet percentage. 89% of the bets. 99% of the money on Atlanta for the total runs. 92% of the bets. 84% of the money towards the over 7.5. Pitching matchup here is very lopsided. Chris Sale, 12-3, absolutely phenomenal this season. Randy Vasquez, 2-4 with a 4.66 ERA. He is technically a gas can. And I say technically a gas can, that's because it's against lefties. And it's like really, really bad. Every time we see this man, if he was going up against the Red Sox, oh my God. So his numbers against the lefties, a 2.38 home run per 9, a 434 batting average, a 2.47 whip, a 434 BABIP, and an xFIP is almost 6 at 5.99. So Randy Vasquez is going to have to see 4 monster lefties here in that Atlanta Braves offense. I'm telling you that right now. Going up against elite monster here and Chris Sale. This is a huge mismatch. We got Vegas backing you up with the line here with the Braves as home favorites. Give me Braves on the money line. Give me Braves -1.5, and give me the over 7.5. I think this team will get towards Randy Vasquez quick, fast, in a hurry. And then after that bullpen comes in, they're going to be tattooing them as well. So give me Braves, like I said, full sweep, and the over 7.5. Last but not least, in Chase Field, Arizona Diamondbacks 48-47 going up against the Toronto Blue Jays 43-51. Looking at the odds right now, -155 on the money line for the D-backs. Blue Jays on the comeback at a +125. Total run set at an 8.5. For that public bet percentage, 88% of the bets, 99% of the money, all over the D-backs here. For the total runs, 88% of the bets, 88% of the money on the over 8.5. For the starting pitching matchup, this is a pretty solid one here. UC Kikuchi, 4-8 with a 4.00 ERA. Going up against their ace, Zach Gallen, 6-5 with a 3.33 ERA. Like I said, Zach Gallen is the ace of the D-backs, has been phenomenal at home. His ERA is at a 2.36 ERA. The rest of the D-backs pitchers have struggled pitching at home. It doesn't seem to be a problem for Zach Gallen, okay? He is that talented. All right, Kikuchi does pitch better on the road with a 3.74 ERA, but his main issues is going to be against right-handed hitters, all right? A 1.64 home run per 9, a batting average at 314, a whip at 1.64, a BABIP at 400, and he's going to be seeing the D-backs here as a lefty, all right? Kikuchi is a lefty going up against the top rank. This is the top 3 in the MLB, all right, against lefties are the Diamondbacks. So anytime you see the Diamondbacks or the Mets against a lefty, that is definitely a spot that you want to attack. So for this one here, give me the Diamondbacks on the money line. And if I had to choose an over-under, I'm going to be Zach Gallen will handle his. The question is, how many runs are the Arizona Diamondbacks going to put up? Will they cover that 8.5? I'm going to say under on the total, okay? I think Zach Gallen obviously does phenomenal, and Arizona gets the runs that they need to get this win here and stay under that total of 8.5, all right? So those are going to be our selections for the Sunday slate, all right? Then we're going to be going to that All-Star break. I will be posting. Hopefully, I'm trying to. I want to get this home run derby correct here. So that's going to be in the Patreon as well. We're going to have a little hiatus, a little bit, while the All-Star festivities go on. I'll post the home run derby. Should I do a video on the All-Star game? Not really. That'll just be posted on the Patreon as well. So if you want to have access to that Patreon, that link is provided down below. You get daily bets, you get future bets, and you get access to that chat. All right. While the hiatus is going on, we will have the chat's going to be crazy with WNBA for those days as well. Okay. If you want to, matter of fact, let me know in that comment section down below what are you're going to be your plays for Sunday. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in that comment section down below. Some props as well. And I'm going to be back very, very soon with another video. All right. So peace out.